It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and today that neighborhood would be Port Campbell. Port Campbell on the Great Ocean Road here in the land down under, also known as Australia. And I've been to Port Campbell before, interestingly enough, and I was driving through and I thought, you know what? Why not do a walk and talk? Because to be quite honest with you, I don't remember if I did a walk and talk before in this little town. And this is one of those little towns that I don't even think they have a street light here. So I'm going to do a walk and talk and bring you along, and just go right down Main Street down to the end where they've got a jetty. So let's turn the camera around here just like this, and as I often like to do, I'm just going to walk and talk as we go through Port Campbell. And I don't actually see a street sign, and I stopped right here at this little 24-hour fuel, and there was a lovely lady in there named Stephanie, and Stephanie's grew up in this area of Australia, and she said that she absolutely loves it. And I asked her, I said, boy, you know, with the world seemingly going to hell in a handbasket, I said, you live in a pretty nice spot. And she kind of smiled and said, yeah, you know, I think that you're right. And look at here, you've got the Grassroots Deli Cafe. Just a charming little town. I actually stayed here before. I stayed at the Best Western here. And here you have the Port Campbell Ice Creamery if you want to grab yourself some ice cream. And then if you've got something to trade, over here you've got the Port Campbell Trading Company. So here you could pick yourself up some Australian craft, jewelry. They got a surf shop, cards, books, information. See? So all types of stuff that you can pick up here, I should say. And I'm just going to do what I do best, and that is just walk and talk. And I don't think this will be a very long walk and talk video, because this is not a very big town, and it's a great spot to stop and grab yourself a bite to eat. I headed out of a city this morning called Ocean Grove, and that took me down. I headed from Ocean Grove out to the Bay of Islands along the main motorway, and then I headed into the Great Ocean Road from there, and now I'm working my way back east, back to Ocean Grove, and hopefully I'll get there right about dinner time. But I think that's it, folks. I think that is the main town right there. I'll just turn around and look at that. You see, it's one of these towns that you could just drive by. But when I come down here, they've got the Port Campbell foreshore. You see, and the world can pretty much just go to hell in a handbasket, so to speak, and a lot of these people, they wouldn't even necessarily know the difference. So this is Port Campbell. It says the Great Ocean Road, and there's some information here about Port Campbell and the Great Ocean Road. I'm not gonna read it, but look at the beach. Look at how beautiful this beach is. Just gorgeous. And then there's a little jetty right out, and I don't know if I can get to the jetty along this way or if I've got to actually walk along the road, but who knows, maybe I can. Look at that. Just one of those magical little places that you come across as you're out traveling. Isn't that beautiful? There's a lady over here with her little kids, just enjoying her. That's a gentleman, I should say. Just enjoying a rather Rather beautiful day. Today is actually the first day that the sun has come out in the better part of a week, and as I look up, I don't see a cloud in the sky. And I woke up this morning and I was just really debating whether or not I should sneak in this trip down the Great Ocean Road. And I'm actually glad that I did. I'm really glad that I did, because I was gonna forego the Great Ocean Road on this trip in light of the global situation with the pandemic. And I decided that I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and I don't have any regrets having chosen to do so. So I've spent the morning just driving the Great Ocean Road to some different spots and taking some really nice drone shots, which I'll share in another video. But look at this. So peaceful. Look at that. I'll see if I can't find my way out here to the jetty. This in and by itself would probably make a really nice drone shot. And I love these trees. I don't know how well you can see these trees here, but look at this. Just gorgeous. Some type of a pine. And then just up ahead we have the jetty, the Port Campbell jetty. And I would imagine that the water here is rather chilly. Isn't that something? Boy, just beautiful. It's one of those places you could just go and let the world go to hell in a handbasket. Here's something that says the Port Campbell Jetty. The Port Campbell Jetty was completed in December 1880. Farmers needed access to markets for their produce, and the developing community required basic supplies. At a time when roads were rough in summer and often impassable in winter, sea transport was the only alternative. The jetty crane was constructed to safely load and unload cargo from supply vessels. Prior to this, goods were transferred from ship to shore by small rowboats. Many small sailing and motor vessels used the port, and the jetty was a focus of activity when a ship was visiting. Around this time, a commercial fishing industry commenced and continues today as a small but thriving southern rock lobster fishery. The jetty continues to be a focus of activity in the local community and visitors. The crane is used today to launch and retrieve recreational, fishing, and rescue vessels. The small jetty with the distinctive crane is an iconic image of the town. And here's a picture right there. Look at that. So let's go and see if we can't take a walk on the jetty. Boy, just beautiful. I don't recall. I think that the last time that I was actually at Port Campbell, I don't think the weather was as pleasant as it is today. And I don't think that I made it a point to come down to the historic jetty here. So this is really a great opportunity for me to see it and share it with you all the while. Look at this. Boy, that water's beautiful. Just never tire listening to the sound of the surf. So here's your jetty going all the way back to 1880. Look at that. Fantastic. I think there's somebody out there that's doing a little fishing. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful coastline. Is that gorgeous or what? There's a surfer out there if you look closely. There's a gentleman that's over here doing some fishing. Fantastic. Quite a history. All right. So there's your tour of beautiful Port Campbell. Wonderful. Have a great day.